Letters to Xiola. How great it would be if the sun lost all responsibility and left us here. For me, the day has become an excuse. But I too have found a way of not waking up. I've been asleep now for days and days and days. I feel as if I'm sitting in an open boxcar and it's heading out of town. It looks like the inside of a prison cell. I'm scared. And I'm excited. My days and my dreams have never known each other so well. In the course of my day, I have no idea where I'm going. But in my dreams, no matter where I end up, as soon as sleep rolls over me, I sneak out and head downtown. My dreams allow me to cheat. My dreams punish me. They're so vivid. I see pictures so clear, it would be forgery to paint them. I hear songs as clear as a summer radio. Songs to pass the time as the boxcar heads south. I woke up in the late afternoon. On a day like this, I wonder if you age less because you didn't use all of it. You see, if that's so, then you should be able to live twice as long as anyone else just by waking up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Turn on the late afternoon TV. There's all the career school commercials, drug addict and alcohol rehabilitation commercials. And I think to myself, gee, I'd like to have a drink and get high. And the phone rings, but I don't answer it 'cause I don't care who it is. I don't got anything I want to talk about. I remember when you used to call. Remember? You'd always say, "Oh, we're going to be famous." Yeah, that's how you'd always end the conversation. With an inspirational message. It was okay between the two of us. It's funny, but inspirational messages always seem most possible when you're totally wasted. What do I need? What is going to bring me around? It's not listening to ex-drug addicts. I know for a fact all drug addicts are liars. I get off on athletes when they start getting all inspirational. Then they gotta go and mention Jesus and ruin it. Weight loss commercials are pretty good, Some 40-year-old lady who's lost 85 pounds. And I look at her and I think she could not possibly have more guts than I do. Books. The Bible's never really done it for me. Being an extremist, I've always thought it was just too popular. There's a paper in Los Angeles called The Recycler. The Recycler has given me a lot of inspiration. I remember when I first moved here and the determination that I had to get a job and find a band, get an apartment. If only I had a cool apartment. I'll save every penny and I'll buy myself some equipment. Always just 2 or 3 steps behind happiness. It's too bad they don't do centerfolds or cover stories. I'd kind of like to be on the cover of The Recycler. Had no friends at the time. All my friends now are drug addicts. I don't believe that I would ever wish that I had no friends. You never met Bernice or Alfred. They're a couple that have been through thick and are now very thin. Bernice is usually in a better mood than I am when I see her, and she lives on the street. She's an adorable Mexican girl. She seems like if you were to take her home and scrub her up, she'd probably start singing and become America's sweetheart. Alfred sits on the curb and reads. He reads more than I do. I'd like to believe it's because he's got more time. Last dream I had, I drove downtown and I just stayed there. Hung out with Alfred. We both sat on the curb, talking all sour over current events, while Bernice and Casey hustled up the business. Yeah, adding up credit with Kiko. It amazes me how little difference there is between me and Alfred and Bernice and Casey. As far as I can see, the only difference is that right now we're making our rent. I remember something about the boxcar. Inside of it, there was something on the wall. Bernice loves Alfred. Hey, I got another one for you. All men are created with equal time. Father Time has got to be the richest make-believe individual that never lived. A man that knows what to do with his time is a man, I guess, that's up in the front of the line. In the course of a day, a man can make 3 phone calls and make $3,000. Another man can curl up his bicep for 3 hours and he can puff up his arm 3 inches. And another man can stand on the corner chasing down cars for 3 hours and end up with 3 spoons credit with Kiko. Me, I spend days on end trying to come up with a 3-minute poem that's gonna mean something to somebody. And I have never been satisfied. Maybe I should try scrubbing up Bernice.